Hi guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. So today we are here with August favourites. I actually didn't realise it was the end of August. I sat down to film a different video today and when I was getting ready I noticed that the date was the 31st of August and thought, how did that happen that quickly? And we'll get out our August favourites and do it at the same time. Just a little fore notice. I don't know what my September is going to be like filming wise. As you may have noticed, I'm in a different setting location. We're having some building work done to our house, and although it's not directly in the nail polish room, it does affect the nail polish study area. So that's kind of out of bounds a little bit for a while. So I can film other places, but I just don't know how much I'm going to be able to swatch and do all that sort of stuff because I'm not going to have access directly to polishes like I would do normally. So yeah, let's just get on with August favourites, like I say, and we'll see how much I can get up for you in September, but it might not be as much as normal. As always with these videos, we do the mainstream first, then we do the indies, and then we do the rewears. Let's go. I have a lot of mainstream for me, three is a lot, and I think you'll all kind of agree, if you're in a certain group of nail polish lovers, indies are just like amazing at the moment, and I think sometimes we always forget about mainstream. I definitely do that, or I'm in more of a rush to wear my indies than I am the mainstream, if that makes sense. The first item is a gifted item. This was sent to me for free by Essie, but this is Mint Candy Apple, and this is an iconic Essie that I did not own at all. All of you probably be screaming at me out there like, why don't you own it? It's just one of those classic shades, and for some reason I've just never grabbed it. So now I do own it, so thank you so much to the Essie team. And it's just a really beautiful mint. It is worth the hype that people say. It's just a good formula. This is one of the ones with the, obviously the new wide brushes in it. So it's just a beautiful two-coater mint cream colour, and I understand why so many of you out there hold this in high regard. It's a great polish. So the first one you're going to see is 2 coats of Essie's Mint Candy Apple. We go from one icon to another. This one is then from Opi. I picked this up ages ago. This is Opi Ink, and it was one of those shades that I almost felt like I must have it because it's so iconic, and I picked it up I think on sale thinking, well, at least if I do already have it, it's only cost me a few pounds. And I didn't. And I put off wearing this for the longest time because even though I double checked a few times, I still thought that I owned it. It's one of those old school classic shades. It was in the core line for a really long time, and it's just a dark blue base with a ton of blue shimmer. There's a little bit of a purple element to it, a little bit of a purple tone. They have come out with some similar in more present day, like Cosmo with a Twist, I want to say is something similar to this, but now finally wearing the classic original ink, I will say that this one is better. It was, again, worth the hype. 2 coats, this beautiful dark bluey purple with the strong shimmer. I was all about it, and again, like with Mint Candy Apple, why did I not wear this and pick this up sooner? I don't know. 2 coats of Opi Ink by Opi. And the last mainstream one we have for you is Can't Stop Branchin from China Glaze. This came in the Trolls World Tour collection. Now last month I wore the Poppy shade, and then this is obviously Branch's shade. My son loves the Trolls movies, and Branch and Poppy are the main characters, so I thought I would pick up the 2 main ones. For some reason this collection didn't make its way to the UK, so I'm sorry if I'm teasing anybody in the UK with this. Jess did pick these up online for me in America and sent them over to me with some 90 lacquer a few months ago, so I am very lucky to have them. I don't know if it was because COVID happened around the time these were released, because the Trolls movie didn't really get released on time as planned. I've heard a few things about China Glaze, that they had a summer collection, another spring collection that didn't happen, a summer collection that didn't happen. There's now rumours that autumn's not going to happen, but we have seen Halloween, so I'm not really sure what's happening. They seem, out of all of the mainstream brands, to be the one that did have their business affected the most. To me it appears that way anyway. Back to this. This is, like I say, Can't Stop Branchin. If we compare it to the other Mint Candy Apple, you can see this one is more blue toned, more dark, more turquoise. This does dry to like a gummy finish. It's not matte, it's not satin. China Glaze have done some other ones in this finish. I'm thinking there was a grey in an autumn collection that I reviewed a few years ago, where it's just, yeah, kind of like a jelly, not jelly, yeah, like gummy, sticky, rubbery, that type of texture. So for that reason you do need to work really quickly with this. With anything that dries other than shiny, you do need to work quickly so you don't get streaks. I put top coats on everything, matte finishes, gummy finishes, satin finishes. So you're going to see this with 2 coats and then a shiny top coat. But like I say, just be prepared to work fast with this if you do have it, because it dries in a different way. So that was 2 coats of Can't Stop Branchin by China Glaze. On to the indies. The first one up is a Pop Polish, and this one is Calm Down Beyonce. And again, Drag Race is in very much the height at the moment. We're on to Canada's Drag Race. All Stars just finished, so I thought I would pull out my last Drag Race inspired polish. This might be my favourite. I don't have a lot of experience with Pop Polish. I only own a few of the Drag Race shades, but this is a purple base with purple and blue and pink micro shimmer, like very, 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 very fine micro glitter. And then there is large blue and large pink squares, and they almost look like something that I've never really seen in polish before. They're so like big and rectangle. I did say what I will say about all of these polishes, that they did build up in a non-chunky way. Most glitters that are like this, you would expect them to be very, very chunky come the 3rd coat. It needed 3 coats, but it dried down beautifully, nice and flat, nice and smooth. So I am very impressed with all three or four of them that I've tried. So this last one was 3 coats of Calm Down Beyonce by Pop Polish. And of course, all indie sellers will be linked down below, and if something that I'm showing here is out of stock, there will be other pretties that you can pick up. I have one from Anchor and Heart, and this was from Polish Con 2018, and it's called a New York Frolic. I got this in a D stash, and I liked it because it was like a bluey purple multi-chrome base, and then there's a ton of red flakies in there. This was just too thin. It got kind of there in 3 coats, you could get away with it, but I would have just loved this to be a smidge darker and more opaque, because I think it would have just transformed it so much into a different like angle. I liked it in 3, it was fine. Would I rewear it? Just because it was so sheer, I don't know if I would. There's nothing really, you can maybe put this over the top of a blue. And get that blue and purple like with the red vibes. That's possibly a way to wear it, but just a tiny bit too sheer for me. So that one then you're seeing is 3 coats of a New York Frolic by Anchor and Heart Lacquer. We have one from my friend Timberland's brand, and this is Pampered Polishes, and this was a polish pickup, and it's and Merryweather, which is, was it like the mystical, enchanted, magical? I think it was that month. This is based off of Merryweather, which is one of the fairies in Sleeping Beauty. I grabbed this one because the fairy Merryweather looks like one of my aunts, and when we were growing up we would always say, oh, that one looks like my aunt, and it just, so when I saw this I just thought it was just really fun and just reminded me of her. So it's a blue Merryweather blue base, and then there is a ton of flakies in here. The flakies are in between small and medium, and they do go a bit of a multi-chrome spectrum, where they're kind of like orange, green, yellow, and then there are some red ones in there, some silver ones in there, and then there's also a very light scattering of silver shimmer in the background. I really did like this one a lot. This was a 2 or 3 coater depending on your application. Again, this, like, for sentimental, because it reminded me of my aunt. That was 2 or 3 coats of And Merryweather by Pampered Polishes. We have an Ethereal Lacquer, and this is another one of their Planets polishes, which was from Hella Handmade Creations, and this one is Saturn. Still in my heart, it's so glorious. I will say, when I put the very first coat on, I was a little bit worried because it looked very sheer on the first coat, and I thought to myself, this isn't going to happen, but it totally did. By the second coat, it was pretty much there, so I needed a thin 3rd coat just to boost it up, and it just looks exactly like this on the nails. Purple base, the most strong blue shimmer in the entire world. So another great ethereal for me anyway. I've only got 3 or 4, all of them are great. So that was 3 coats of Saturn by Ethereal Lacquer. We have 2 from Rogue Lacquer. The first one is called Man of Steel, and this is, I think, I got this in a D stash. I think that before the Fantastic Beasts series on Hella Handmade Creations, she did a DC theme. This is obviously Superman's polish. It's definitely inspired by Superman, whether it's Hella Handmade Creations or not. So it is a blue metallic base, and then there are small to medium flakes, and they are shards, and they are red and gold. So you're getting that proper Superman feel with the gold, red and the blue base. A 3 coater, that one there was Man of Steel by Rogue Lacquer. The other one is from the newest Hella Handmade Creation theme she is doing, which is London. I have picked up a few of these. I'm from the UK, so I kind of felt like I needed to keep an eye on what she was releasing. I've just seen the one for September and it's stunning, so I definitely will be getting this one. This was the very first one from that London series and it's called Royal. So we are getting this Jubilee Royal purple colour, and I know that I had a purple polish which was like a royal one earlier this year, and I was like, why is purple royal? And someone in the comments reminded me, which is so true, that purple was just a colour that is hard to dye. So back in the olden days, I guess when people were dyeing their clothes, purple was very expansive and very fancy, thus the royal purple shade for our royals anyway. So it is a nice plummy purple base, but it's the flakies that just take this over the top. There are gold tiny flakies, and then there are these purple flakies that also have like an opalescent theme to them, so they just glow like an indigo blue purple in the purple base with the golden flakies. It's just looks like a jewel, like an encrusted jewel on your nails. This blew me away. Possibly favourite of the year. I guess we're way over halfway through the year right now. I probably should start to be considering him. This probably will be in there. That was 2 or 3 coats of Royal by Rogue Lacquer. We have one from Femme Fatale. This is another Hella Handmade Creation one, and this is one from March. Their current theme is sweets or confectionery, and this one is cotton candy sprinkles. So it is a light blue grey base, and then as you can see there, a strong pink flash to it. It also has these like white flakies in here, which is really unusual. They're not holographic, they're not super metallic. They're just like a stark, like almost matte white. So it does kind of give you like the cotton candy effect, where you would get like the blue or pink cotton candy, and then the white is the sprinkles, the sugar. So I think it really like gave the cotton candy vibe really well. So this is a 3 coat where it is in this light sheer base. So that's going to be 3 coats of cotton candy sprinkles, Femme Fatale. I feel like this is a really long favourites video this month for some reason. I'm obviously in a chatty mood. We have one more, which I've just put down somewhere. Here it is. One more for a new one, and then we are on to the 2 rewears. Behold, Glam Polish tank tops and flip-flops. So good. This came out in their summer collection. I could have picked up 4 or 5 from that collection. I thought it was an absolutely stunning collection. So this is a bright Barbie pink. If I'm going to wear pink, it's going to be Barbie pink, or it's going to be like pastel pink. There are my 2 favourites to wear. And I love this because it has gold flakies in there, as well as a little bit of fine like holographic, but it is the yellow orange gold flakies in the pink base that are just amazing. I'll say it again, pink and gold is a winning combination for me. So that is 2 coats of Glam Polish tank tops and flip-flops. And the last 2 are rewears. I've been doing this for about 3 months now, and including polishes that aren't new, brand new swatches, and just showing you. So these are not going to be updated swatches. These are just going to be the ones that I did at the time. So the first one that we have is Bluetiful by Hansen. And it's one of the Crayola ones. I picked this one out because I was going somewhere, I had naked nails, I just needed something that was going to be opaque, fast. And these Insta-Dry ones say what they do, what they say, dry real fast, and they are all 1 coat as pretty much in this Crayola range. So I just slapped on 1 coat of Bluetiful and I was good to go. So always need some sort of polish in your life that you know is going to be quick and easy. So what you're seeing is 1 coat of Bluetiful by Hansen. And the other rewear was May polish of the month, May 2016 by 90 Lacquer. Just did a year of hollows once per month. They are still available on the website now. I love that about her, that she keeps polishes around for a really long time. So if you're seeing this, this is still available, and it's like a light to mid blue with a little few drops of green in there, a beautiful 2-coat holographic. It was sunny when I was grabbing for this, and I just needed a hollow in my life and on my nails very quickly. And like I say, the 90 hollows are great 2-coaters. So that last one for the video is May 2016 by 90 Lacquer. So I'll do a quick exit here because I know this video is super long. I hope you're having a great August and enjoying the summer. It's pretty much over here. For some reason we're not even having a warm August bank holiday, which is very unusual, and the schools go back next week. So we made it, guys. Anyone out there as parents, we made it through the holidays, thank goodness. I hope you're all safe and well as always, and leave me comments what you've been wearing in August, and I will see you soon. Bye.